It's another beautiful day on the 41.36. Melanie is out in town with my list that I gave her, and I'm here busting booty because it is probably the last day, if not little here and there, but last day to get this thing all finished up. We have all the rafters in, we've got the overhangs done, we've got the sub fascias on. It is time for me to bring these sheathing all the way on up there. Mel was gonna give me a hand with it, but I told her, I was like, you know what? No, it's getting, you know, early in the day. I'd rather you go grab that and get it now and then bring it back. So that way we can continue on with this and everything else. So I'm going to try to get these all up there solo and get it all done. Good thing is it's actually got a lot less of a pitch than the house roof. As you can see, that's a pretty steep angle there. This is a normal 412 pitch. The house is a 512. The very first thing that I gotta do is make it to where once I get the sheathing up there, it ain't gonna come flying back off. So I'm gonna put in some bracing. I've actually got a couple of scrap wood here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zap them onto the sub fascia right there on the outer side. So that way, when I get a sheet up, it can come back and hang out on that, and it's not gonna, you know, go whew, off the roof and hit the ground. Let's get this thing going because we got a lot to do, and I want to get a lot of this done and sheathed fully everywhere before Mel gets here. Let me preset, zap this guy in. Let's do right about there. Okay, and that's just gonna hold it. Make sure it don't go whee all the way off. All right, let's zap another one. Shouldn't go anywhere. All right, I got those 3 in. Now I just need to put 3 over on the back side. I'll be happy once this sheathing is up here. I can walk around on the roof and not have to be spider monkey all over these rafters. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. If I do a full over on that side, I'll probably do a full on this side. Yeah, let's do that. Now what I ended up doing with the spacing on all of this should land out perfectly. Everything's on 16 on center both ways. So should work out beautifully. And no, I did not bevel the outer edge the way I'm hoping that it will land on there and everything. Sort of like how I did the roof. Once it gets over here, it will be far enough over that I can zip it down on the side. And then when I do the metal roofing on top of it, it will actually slide over. So that's the hope, at least. I'm hoping it will pan out that way. I know for the house it definitely will, because we're gonna have a rain screen on top of it. So if that one's there, I'll set you right here. All right, I guess it's time to try to worm these sheets on up here. So let me worm my way back over this way. I'm gonna get 2 of these sheets up there real quick. because I can zap one over here fully over on that other side. Once I get those, I can measure out that cut. It should be the exact same. Cut it on the next one, and then bring those cuts up to where I can also possibly cut out the top ridge area and get that done, because that will be the next section, which it's not going to be two full sheets, but I have just enough to finish up there as well as the sidewalls. So worked out perfectly. However, I need to get them up there. I'm not looking forward to it if you can't tell. Heave ho, let's go. All right. Well, the fun part is I got a tree right there, so I'm hoping lip right there that I rusted on a little, thankfully. I slid up there, nice. All right. Get you over there. Oh. And over. Should be in that ballpark area. The thing I like about this is just stiffened up that overhang like no tomorrow, where the ladder is up against too. So definitely braces that good. And everything is lining up perfectly. I should have exactly at a 16th of an inch right there. All right, we've got this guy fully secured. That makes me happy. I'm gonna go over on the other side and secure that one.
Well guys, the name of the game today is divide and conquer. We are dwindling at a time to get this playhouse finished. We got a big storm on the horizon as well, so we have really got to get our butts moving, which is the reason why I am currently in Biggie driving to town for another quick supply order so we can finish this thing off. Gary sent me to town right now with a nice list, big list, full of some things that we got to get in order to finish this thing off. So I hope that Gary has been getting it at home. I'm sure he is. I'm gonna go to town right now and grab all this stuff as quick as possible, and then get back to the 41.36 and finish getting it in. So let's roll. You already know. So I made it to the lumber yard, and we got old Todd here helping us. Not Todd.
Who's Todd?
Yeah. Who is this Todd guy? How's your day been going, sir?
Well, a little bit slow today, and I know because of the holidays things are kind of slowing down, but they always pick up right after Christmas. They kind of start picking up a little bit again.
Yep. Well, I'm here to keep you busy, at least for a little while.
I know, and we appreciate your business.
I appreciate you guys. You guys are always so good to us. I'm gonna set, I'm not gonna make him do all this work by himself. I'm gonna set this camera up really quick, and I'll see what I can do. Gary gave me enough straps on there. I squished them.
All right, how many is in there now?
20, 24, 28. Only 2 more? That was quick. I see. I looked like I was busy. I put 2 whole boards in there, and I'm gonna get all the credit.
There you go.
All right. Let's see.
Check that one off.
Checkity check. Well, I don't have anything on me right now. I don't believe. Of course not. That's all right. Mental note. I know it's in there.
Okay.
Let's see. Brick molding. Possible brick molding trim. Entry door. So that's the door.
Okay, that's gonna be over there on that side.
Okay, so the drip flashing. That's for the windows. That little piece of metal that goes over the top of the seal.
Yes.
So we need some of that.
Okay.
We do need decking. So 10
foot?
10 of them, but 6 by 8 treated. Okay, so we got the decking, the treated wood, steel. The rest of it is roofing, and yeah, it's probably all inside the store.
Except for that. Yeah, I believe that's going to be over here. More shed, insulation shed.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
So while I was in town finishing up all of the shopping for all of the necessary materials, Gary was still very hard at work at home, making sure that all of the zipboard sheeting would get up and on top of the playhouse, treehouse, tiny house, whatever you want to call it build. Man, I just admire Gary's tenacity. He just does not quit. This man just goes and goes and goes and works himself to the bone for our family, and I'm so grateful for you, Gary. What you guys are witnessing right now is a massive labor of love that we are pouring on to our children and also our future grandchildren. The things you do for yourself are gone when you are gone, but the things that you do for others, those remain as your legacy. And Gary and I really want to etch out a good one into the minds of our children and the stories that they share about us in future years. It's a really cool thought to think of our children being adults with their own children one day, talking about how their grandparents built this as a labor of love, so not only that they could enjoy it, but that the grandchildren who they're speaking to can enjoy it too. It's just a really cool thought. Leaving a legacy is not just leaving behind things for people, but it's leaving behind something in people. That don't stop, can't quit, never give up tenacity that Gary and I both share, that was passed down to us from our loved ones before, and I really hope that we're able to pass that down, continuing the chain on and on and on. Our greatest hope is that our lives can reflect that anyone can do anything that they set their minds to. Any obstacle you face in life, you can overcome. Stay focused, work hard, and don't lose your drive.
Well, I just got back with the truck full from Big E going out into the store.
Yep.
Gary, you have been so busy on the roof. I cannot believe the progress you got done when I was gone.
Yep, it's been going. I'm happy that the sheathing is up there.
Yeah, me too.
It is ready for the metal, and you have the metal.
I got the metal, I got the underlayment, I got all the things. I got all the things on the list.
Yep, I'm a pretty happy man with that, because that makes it to where we can put a roof on this thing.
Heck yeah.
And the last little bit of sheathing that I need is just the sidewalls. And that literally gets us, we're right now, we're at the same exact spot pretty much as our cabin.
I know, and that's crazy to think, because we've only been after this for, we're on that 3-week time crunch to dry in.
Yep.
And it hasn't been 3 weeks yet. So It's crazy to think that we got that whole thing done in that amount of time.
With the storms that we've had and everything else.
Yeah. Which another one is on the horizon tonight, friends. So we are definitely on high crunch time now to go ahead and get this finished up.
I want to get this ice and water shield up there.
Yep.
I want to get the metal up there, and I want to make it to where, we've got that thing dried in from the top.
Yes.
And we can go put that door in, seal that thing up, and then, get the sheathing in for the sidewalls. And we're pretty much ready for siding or for the siding at that point. So
it's exciting, guys. We're so close to the end now.
Yes, we're right there.
Right there. Well, we got Gary all geared up. You guys are going to get some Gary vision from the roof, because I'm not going up there unless I have to.
Yep. And I've got a plan of what I'm going to have you do.
Okay.
And I know me and her actually just talked about it. I changed it up a little bit, of course. What I'm going to have you do, because the ice and water shield that she picked up, holy crap, is that roll heavy. I am not messing with that up there. Okay. I'm going to have you cut me strips down here, so that way I can bring the strip up there and just mess with the one strip.
Okay.
And get that done.
Okay.
And once that's done, then I'm going to have you cut the metal for everything. And that way it's just, you're on the ground and I can, grab from the roof.
So you're saying today I'm Cut Master 5000.
Yes, you're going to be Cut Master 5000.
All right.
Because I am getting tired of walking up and down those stairs.
Hey, that was my life yesterday. Up and down, up and down, up and down. So I feel your pain. I get it. Hey.
I want to be done messing around with the roof so I can come back down off the ladder, off the eave and everything else like that. And I can start,
Yep.
working my way back.
Well, I have an idea of what I can get done as well after I'm done being Cut Master 5000 and when I'm just kind of waiting in the wing. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of go team go. We're sitting here yapping about it. We just want to kind of get the game plan out there, because once we get going, I don't know if we're going to be able to stop very much, because we don't have a whole lot of time today. So got a lot of things to do before the storm blows through.
I'm
antsy in the pantsy.
Yeah. You got me lunch and now I'm energized. let's keep on going.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Mel got me some ice and water shield from S&W. It's high temperature underlayment. It says right here, let's see, minimum roof slope requirement is 212. We're at a 412, we're good. Do a 3-inch side lap and a 6-inch end lap. May be left exposed for 60 days, which is why I didn't get this. When I was looking at it and everything, the Grayson water shield, the high temperature one, is good for 120 days, it says. So it's membrane, self-seals around nails, staples, screws, and other fasteners. So any screw hole I put into this roof now will be sealed. That's the big reason why I had Mel pick it up. And I'm going to be putting a lot of screws in there with the metal roofing. So I don't want it to leak anywhere. I want it to try to do its job. I did spend some money on the zip system, so I don't want that to go to waste.
So Gary and I went full go team go mode, and while he was up on the roof, I was down on the floor and I was cutting out the ice and water shield for him. We devised a really good plan where I stayed on ground level, cutting out the ice and water shield at the perfect length for him, setting him aside while he was up on top of the roof, tacking him in with the air-powered stapler. One thing that was a little bit surprising to both of us was that it's not really sticky. I don't know what we were thinking, but we were kind of assuming that the backing on it was going to be very tacky, like a flex tape type, but it's really not. That's why the air-powered stapler is definitely necessary to get this thing down where you want it to be, and so it doesn't flop and fly away. As Gary was finishing tacking down the ice and water shield, I started getting busy on cutting all of the sheet metal out for the roofing. Now, cutting metal is not one of my favorite tasks to do, but I will say it's made a whole lot easier ever since Gary got me those angled shears. They definitely make it a lot easier to cut through that metal. The way that I was doing it is I was measuring out the exact length that it needs to be, and then I was taking out the framing square to make a straight line across, drawing it with my pencil, and then just going to town with those shears. It worked out pretty easily to do it that way, and I was very happy with how quick I was able to get it done. The kids got home at this time, and we knew that it was really crunch time, so we just kept plowing away on trying to cut all of the metal and get it secured on top of the roof. Gary did a phenomenal job securing every rivet down and making sure that it's going to be great for all of our very strong Arkansas winds. As soon as Gary had all of the screws down, we went ahead and started to bring up the ridge cap. Now, the ridge cap we had to do in 2 separate pieces because they didn't have one quite long enough to go for the whole ridge, but Gary just went ahead and layered them on top of the ridge vent screen, which is that black mesh thing you're looking at right now. So he went ahead and layered them on top, leaving a pretty good overhang on both ends, so that way in the future we can go ahead and fold that over. But again, he went ahead and screwed them both down on top of the roofing, and with those final screws, our roof was dried in from the top down. Now we know we have a big storm coming, and we didn't want to leave the exterior door in the back of Biggie, so we decided to push it up the ladder and stick it inside the building, and with that, we were finished for the day.
What a day, friends. What a day.
Yes, we have finished up drying in the top side. We have metal roof up there.
Woo woo, metal roof, metal roof. Now we don't have to worry about the rain that's coming tonight. Now
Yep.
we don't have the door on here yet, but
No.
the door is up and inside the building.
Yes.
So-
So we should be able to install that first thing tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that it's not going to be raining too crazily.
And even if it is raining, it's all right. We do have this overhang, so the actual spot where we're putting in the door should be fine.
No, it should work
So.
out pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy. That's huge task off the list right there.
Huge.
We just got both ends still on the walls to sheathe. That
Mhm.
last little bit because of the rafters and everything like that.
Yep.
And we still have that on our cabin too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's getting there though.
It is
super
getting
happy.
there. Today was a very productive day, friends. Gary,
Yep.
you killed it on this thing again. I did the best that I could.
You did great. I mean, hey, I would not have gotten this far had you not went to the town for me and got all those supplies. So I'm super happy
True.
I got that supply list together, handed her the list and said, I need all that.
Yeah,
So-
luckily I'm at least this much competent enough to make it happen.
Yeah. But hey, you got all the materials. I'm super happy about that, and we got a huge jump on this. So
Yep, we are inching closer towards the last little bit of week 3. We still have a couple days before Christmas, so I really think that we're gonna make our timeline, although we are really cutting it close now.
we are, that's for sure.
Well,
But
all we have left to do now to finish our 3-week push and goal, which was to have this place completely dried in, is to finish installing the door, finish off the decking, and to put the siding on the cabin now. So
Yep.
I think that if we have another really big day, we can knock all 3 of those things out in one day,
Yep.
and then we're done.
I'm
So
hoping.
at
I'm
least
hoping.
for all the exterior, right?
Yep. That was a huge one though. We got all the sheathing up there, ice and water shield, and all the metal. It's
And
all
a
done.
bonus, it was an extra bit of practice. So before we go to work on our cabin, so
Yeah.
now we know what we're doing just a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Just a little bit more.
Yep. So
Yeah,
we got to run though.
we do have to run. Tonight, our son is actually doing a Christmas pageant with his school,
Yep.
and it is getting dark. So we're going to go. Kids are starting their Christmas vacation after tonight. And yeah, it's getting crazy around here, guys.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to keep rolling with some more videos coming down the pipe for you guys soon. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode. Subscribe and like if you guys haven't done that yet. We really appreciate it. And as the usual, friends, we love y'all. And until the next one, we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.